Well, I just had a major landscaping event here a day or two ago. It took 2 days. Got my half-acre all mowed down, all the branches that were problematic cut, branches that were pulled down by the snow and the rain piled up, and it's all for both fire danger, to mitigate that, and also just to make the area easier to walk around. So let's take a little tour. A few days ago, I could not find my way up here from the house. The wild grass was probably to my shoulder, and when I was trying to get up here to water the artichoke and the garlic and onions, I fell down a couple times. I couldn't even find the garlic and onions. They're in two big grow bags. So that's been cleaned up and resolved. Most of the wildflowers were already past their prime and gone, but these are something called dragon snaps, and I asked them to keep some big clumps of them because they are real pretty, especially with the rocks. They remind me of sweet peas. They grow all around here on my property and down the road. They are really pretty. My whole front yard that was just covered in dead grass is now in just great shape. The view out here is miraculous. It was just a mess, all cleared out and cleaned out. Just great. The creek can be seen again, and this tree was actually on its side since the big snowstorms, and the root stayed intact, so it was still alive. Been there for a couple of months, so they just shoved it up and put a post there to hold it. The rest of the yard looks great. This is half an acre. They did a lot of trimming and mowing and all sorts of stuff. Here's the side of the property. So many areas needed cleaning. Everything was overgrown. Everything was actually fine until the last rain, which was followed by a lot of sun. Suddenly everything grew. We've all been waiting. One of the things that need to be worked on next time is the top of the creek here. They didn't get to it, but I think I need to be a little more specific about what they need to do next time they come. A lot of tree trimming. Some of these trees, they just cut up the lower branches and left the tops there. This one to the left had some branches that were splitting and falling off after the snowstorms and the rain this year, so that's all been cleared out. I was okay with them trimming, but no ladders, whatever they could reach from the ground. All the tree branches and large debris were put into piles like this with the cut end facing out. Here are some more. They can't be more than 5 feet high, so what I'm going to do is, now that they're about 5 feet high, I'm going to measure them, and then I'm going to call the fire department. They do a special, special chipping program if you join the Fire Safe Council. So for a nominal amount, they'll come out and get everything chipped. It's once a month through September, October, something like that. So I have to get my application in. It's almost done. I just need the size of these piles, and hopefully in July I can get them chipped up and then spread all over the property. There were a lot of tree branches here clogging the creek and all over the place, so those have been pulled out. I waited until the winter was truly over, because every time we had some sort of snow or rain, we had a lot of unexpected storms, more would fall. So I feel that nature did most of the tree trimming for me. Some of the trees had big pieces chopped up. I guess these were either dangerous or not relevant. I saw a couple of the trees. They left the main trunk and then got rid of the side trunks, I guess. And my favorite little seating area has been all cleaned up by the creek. Looking forward to bringing out a few more chairs and starting to enjoy tea. And journal writing out here is just my favorite spot until it gets really cold. There's a particular type of green bush that grows out here. I have a very high water table, so they're pretty much all year round. In the winter, everything dies off and there's just some sticks coming out of the ground. So I do like to have it along the back of the property, kind of like a privacy barrier. Next year, I think I'm going to have the ones that we had to cut down dug up, have them dug up in the winter, and then there'll just be less to trim in the summer. It's very satisfying to look out right now and see this all cleaned up. This should probably last until next spring. I mean, some blackberries might grow and stuff like that, but there's nothing I can't handle myself with the weed eater. It's just nice to have a major cleanup once a year. The property's cleaned up. My tea area is set up, my table and chair, and more chairs coming, all ready to go for myself or if somebody comes over. And I guess we can say summer is here. Here's to another wonderful, wonderful season. Thank you so much for watching.